Welcome back to this new inspirational video. Today I wanted to talk about the role affirmations play in the use of imagination. There was actually a comment that was sent to me yesterday by someone, and they actually were wondering, should they use affirmations while using their imagination? And that's a pretty interesting question that I wanted to answer today, because even Neville Goddard would say throughout many of his lectures that using affirmation can be very helpful in the sense that it can keep you easily focused on the right state of mind. It keeps your emotions focused in the right way so that you stay magnetized to the dream that you want to realize for yourself. So affirmation should be used in that manner. Most people, they have a issue with using affirmations because what they do is make a statement that might be full of joy or about something that they want to realize, but then what actually happens is that they forget to really feel the emotions that they would feel if it was a reality. Now that's the point of an affirmation, and it's something most people miss. They might have numerous ones about all sorts of areas in their life that they want to improve, but if the emotional spark is missing as they read the affirmation or as they repeat it mentally for themselves, then the affirmation is actually worthless at that point. So if you want to use affirmations in combination with imagination, the way I would go about it, and actually am going about it right now even, is that I make a clear mental picture in my mind of what I want to realize as I go through this life. So it might be my career, relationship, a health goal, weight goal, whatever it is. I have a clear picture in my mind of what I want to achieve, and then I write it out. And I write it out in a sentence that is so short, but it encompasses the whole dream in a way. Now this might sound tricky at first, but it's actually really simple. My mentor would usually say, use an affirmation like, I am so happy and grateful now that, and after the word that, you describe your goal, your dream that you want to realize. So you could say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a millionaire, or I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm in a wonderful relationship. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a successful business. And you see, by that statement, you automatically want to understand and grasp that as you say that to yourself, you want to keep repeating the vision inside your imagination of what that is all about. And as you're doing that, the goal is to feel the joy you would feel if your dream were now a reality. So that is how affirmation should work in combination with imagination. And Neville Goddard would sometimes say stuff like, examples from students of his, that they would imagine something they want and then they would simply say, isn't it wonderful? It's a simple statement to make to yourself. So if you're saying it to yourself, isn't it wonderful? Well, then you have to understand, then you truly have to start thinking about what does it actually mean to feel wonderful, and why would it be wonderful? And then your mind starts to unfold in that direction that actually leads you into shifting your consciousness in such a way that it magnetizes and connects you with the good that you desire, and that will put you under a compulsion to act differently in the physical side of life, making your dream become a reality. Because we don't want to sit still at home and repeat affirmations to ourselves from an emotionist point of view, from an emotionist place. You see, this is where people mess affirmations up, is that they don't really feel the joy that would be yours if their dream was actually a reality. So that is the role affirmations always play. That's the only purpose they serve, is to make it clear in a short sentence what we're after, and at the same time keep magnifying and sparking that emotional connection to your dream, that joy, that happiness you would feel if whatever you desire would be a reality. And the way that I actually go about affirmations personally is, I've said this before in a video in the past, I have on my desktop a wallpaper, and on that wallpaper I have a goal that I want to realize with this YouTube channel, and it's basically an affirmation for me. So every time I log into my computer, look at the desktop screen, well, I can see exactly what my goal is. So it's a constant reminder to me where I want to go with my life. And then I simply work on it. And I can only work on it if I am emotionally charged enough with the good that I desire. So that is how I use affirmations. But other people would use affirmations by repeating audibly out loud to themselves what they want to achieve. And they might even make a recording repeating a certain statement so that they can put the recording on repeat, put in earplugs, put the recording on repeat while you go to sleep at night. I've heard about this. I haven't personally done that, because whenever I go to bed, I simply close my eyes, I imagine the wish fulfilled, I imagine exactly what I want to realize, and then I keep catching that mood, I keep magnifying that mood that I would feel if my dream were now reality. And as I do that, I become so motivated and excited and happy and like certain that yes, I can make this happen. So in a way, imagination is a visual representation of your own affirmations. Think about that. That's exactly what imagination does for you. So you see, you can use them both, affirmations and imagination. That's actually better. The more you can use in order to magnify yourself to your dream, the easier it becomes to actually manifest said dream, because you'll just become so compelled and inspired to do whatever needs to be done in order to make it happen that you can't stop yourself. But if people only imagine without feeling the emotional joy that they would feel if it was a reality already, or if they use affirmations in that same manner without that emotional state, well then both of them won't work for you. They will become actually meaningless. You see, the secret is to have that emotional connection to whatever you're saying or imagining. And that's all you have to remember about it. So in your case, the question was, should I use affirmations while using my imagination? I would say yes, there's nothing bad about doing that. However, you just want to understand why you're using it. If you understand why you're using your affirmation, well then it makes sense to use one. If you're like, it doesn't work for me, or it's not really my way of going about it, well then don't use it. Seriously, maybe you're better off imagining your wish fulfilled inside your consciousness and just enjoy it there, so it can start to move into form, because you'll be put under a compulsion regardless if you do it through that effort, or through that method, I mean. But other people are better off using affirmations perhaps. So it's a question where you just want to measure for yourself what feels most natural to you. This is very important, you see, because you can read many books about metaphysical teachings that suggest you all sorts of stuff that might work for the author, that might work for me, might work for you, but it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. And what we want to understand is simply that consciousness at its very deepest level is the same for everyone. It's the same power for everyone. However, how we go about using that power can be different for people. But we want to grasp that the power itself is the same for everyone. So that power means that you want to simply feel your wish fulfilled. You simply want to feel as if your dream was already reality, because as you do that, then you're on the right track. So whether that's through affirmations or not doesn't really matter. However, it can help you. So as I told you, I'll remind you, affirmations, if used with imagination, should simply be used where you create a sentence that is based on the vision that you've created through your imagination. So it's a simple little reminder to you, oh yeah, that's where I want to go. This is where I'm going to go with my life. This is what I want to realize. And then every single day you look at that affirmation and it keeps you motivated and inspired and determined to make it happen. That's exactly what happens for me. I look at my affirmation, in this case, about the vision that I have every day. And every day it's like a reminder to my consciousness that this is where I want to go, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to keep working at it. I'm going to keep doing whatever I feel compelled and inspired to do to make this a reality. Because that compulsion and inspiration that will come to you are signs from the universe. It's the Spirit of God guiding you towards the right activities, the right direction, in order for you to manifest that big dream that you're now holding inside your mind. So that's actually the role affirmations play, as far as I look at it. So that's what I would suggest to you. Should I use it? Yes, I suggest you do. But I suggest as well that you do it in the right way. So when you make that sentence, when you make an affirmation, be sure that you feel an emotional response as you're reading that affirmation or as you're thinking about that affirmation. Feeling is the secret, and there's going to be a new video maybe tomorrow where I'm going to dive deeper into Neville Goddard's concept about feeling is the secret. I will explain why it is the secret, so you have an even better understanding of the power that is in store for you once you truly take control of your own emotional states. Because once you do that, you don't really need affirmations either. You see, we want to use affirmations to control our emotional states. It's just a technique. But the enlightened person, the one of total awareness of the power they actually wield, the one in total control of their own consciousness, goes beyond affirmations altogether. At that point, you can just unleash the feeling of the wish fulfilled at will, and you know exactly where you're going to go with your life based on the vision you've built inside your imagination. So I hope it gave you some better insights on what to do, and if not, you can always leave a comment in the comment section below. So, with that being said, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And as always, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.